Unreleased NXT star has made her AEW debut. Kurt Angle has detailed a return WWE angle that was scrapped, and a wrestling legend signs with Impact Wrestling. I'll be serious in a little bit as we find out who that is, Andrew. A former NXT star has made her AEW debut. Now, this one's an interesting case here, Andrew, because after quite a lengthy period as part of the Black and Gold brand back in day, she tag teamed with Aaliyah for a period of time. She was called up to the main roster on I've said the wrong bloody date there.
Whoa!
In January 2020.
Yes.
May 2021.
What's going on?
I'm not in yet. I've had some moose juice. I'm all over the shop. May 2021, she's released from WWE, having not made an appearance properly on the main roster. Who are we speaking about here?
Speaking about Vanessa Borne, Ross. So, as part of this week's AEW Dark tapings, Borne, under a real name now, Danielle Camella, lost against former NXT talent Marina Shafir.
Interessant. Now, there was a lot of... This sort of bleeds into sort of Marina Shafir's AEW stint as well, because Marina Shafir appeared on Dark and Dark Elevation and stuff like that with her lovely sort of mellow theme.
Yeah, then that contrast with her absolute striking ability. You know what I'm saying? Like Johnny Knoxville.
And of course, she won a couple of matches on as part of AEW Dark and Dark Dynamite and stuff like that. What is wrong with me today? She would just start again. She was go home. I'll go home.
No, let's keep going.
Finish it. Right, she won a couple of matches, and then she got a T-shirt out of nowhere. And then people thought, oh my God, is she signed here? And then she got signed.
Yes.
Could the former Vanessa Borne, Danielle Camella, could she be in a similar sort of situation? I mean, who knows? Because it's currently unclear what her status is with the company, I should say.
Yeah, I mean, I hope so. On NXT, she didn't really get much she was showing. She was kind of came off a little bit as like a jobber, I thought, because she would lose matches in quite quick fashion as well. She had some decent bouts against Liv Morgan as well in NXT. She's got some good striking ability on her. She's got good forearms. That sounds like I'm just complimenting.
Look at those forearms.
The forearm, but I mean like her strikes and stuff. And I mean, fingers crossed. We'll see what happens here. As you were saying as well with Marina Shafir. She had a few matches, got a T-shirt released and then got signed. Maybe it's something similar that we'll see here.
Watch this space. Now we move on to Kurt Angle detailing some things that were scrapped by himself and or WWE. What's he said on the Kurt Angle podcast there, Andrew?
He said, I went to the Royal Rumble. The WWE wanted me to do a short program that they ended up cancelling it at the last second. But we went to the Rumble and me and my wife and I saw Kim Orton, my wife's best friend. We had a great time. We went to the Rumble and I also did some documentary interviews a day before and a photo op with the fans. But I want to make it clear, I'm not signed with WWE. They weren't going to sign me anyway. It was going to be a 3-week program. It got cancelled, but you know my obligation is to the show, the Kurt Angle show, and that's it.
Go on, Conrad Thompson.
Go on, lad.
Immediately, what springs to mind is obviously the stuff that's going on with Riddle and Randy Orton and American Alpha. I'm off.
No, you're not. You're staying here.
The Alpha Academy of Otis and Chad Gable. Kurt Angle's silly bollocks would have played off Chad Gable's silly bollocks very well as part of that feud, I would say, for 3 weeks and 3 weeks only.
That would have been an awesome thing to see as well, wouldn't it? Because we all know Kurt Angle's got the comedic chops as well as the wrestling chops, as does Chad Gable. Imagine getting a match between them two.
Chad Gable's been on fire on Raw recently. Everything he does is either technically fantastic in the ring or it's absolutely hilarious on the outside of the ring. The way he keeps fainting. The cavorter on his face.
Every time something happens, it's so good.
He's a fantastic professional wrestling heel and a rubbish professional wrestling babyface. So keep him heel forever, WWE.
I agree with that.
Yeah.
I agree. I would have liked to have seen some sort of shoot wrestling match between Kurt Angle and Chad Gable as part of the thing.
Do you want a Daniel Pewter, Chad Gable?
Well, I say shoot, but you know what I mean. Like an amateur wrestling match between the two as one of the challenges. That would have been pretty cool.
Hey, I'm not going to kink shame. Now we move on to Alexa Bliss's return to Monday Night Raw. Of course, we've been going through the journey to Monday Night Raw. We've seen a couple of therapy segments where Lily's been mentioned by the silly therapist and the word fake or whatever was mentioned. Alexa Bliss lost her temper a bit and destroyed the office. What are the latest plans, or the updates we should say, on the return to Alexa Bliss to Monday Night Raw?
So Fightful selected saying there's plenty more of these segments coming. So per the report, there were 9 segments filmed and produced, and only 2 of which have been aired on WWE programming. The report goes on to clarify it isn't clear that all the segments will make it to air, or whether or not they may be combined on air more than one per episode. There we go. Sorry, of Raw to further the progress of the story. The writing here is atrocious. But yeah, so we might get
Adam made them.
Yeah, it's fine. He'll forgive me.
You saying he's atrocious, are you?
Yeah. So we might get some of these little recorded segments. More than one of them on an episode of Raw, which, fair enough. I don't know if this just means perhaps creatively there is nothing for Alexa Bliss until they figure it out once these
I think there's a plan here, Andrew.
Do you think
Surely
so?
these therapy sessions, because as we all know, therapy is the catalyst for change. I don't know why I say that in a sarcastic manner.
Yeah.
It's very much true. I would know. So I would say this is bringing on a gimmick change. Week by week by week, the therapist will break Alexa Bliss down. She'll come to a moment of realisation, and then she'll change back, maybe to the goddess, maybe to something new we haven't seen before. But I think we'll leave the spooky bollocks behind.
I hope so. They were really sort of hammering that the other week with Lily being badly photoshopped into old photos with Alexa Bliss. I hope we do kind of leave that behind now, because I don't think there was much more to go off with that gimmick, was there?
No, I think we saw everything we could do.
I think we did.
We saw fireballs, we saw ink, we saw the lot.
did.
What more do you want?
What more do you want?
I want some seriousness. If I could be serious for a moment, we have news of Lance Storm signing with Impact Wrestling.
Yeah.
What is his role going to be there, Andy?
So the news was initially released during an Impact press release for their 6th of March gut check tryout at the Arnold Classic, with Storm stated to be running the day alongside Johnny Bravo. Speaking on Figure 4 Daily shortly thereafter, the former European champion confirmed his current contract status with the Anthem Helms promotion, and he's going to be there as a producer and a coach
And
too.
what finer role for him than that? There is none, because he has had that Lance Storm Academy thing up in there, the Canadians, for many, many years. Lots of people have come through that and gone on to big things. I think of Peyton Royce was there, wasn't she?
I think she was, wasn't it? I think the Academy got shut down as well.
Yeah,
so this is
this
is like the best thing for Lance Storm to be doing, I think. And who wouldn't want to be taught how to wrestle by Lance Storm?
Or just the nuances of the business.
Yes, that as well.
I know he wasn't the most charismatic character back in the day, but I remember WCW Lance Storm more than I do WWE Lance Storm.
Me too.
Fantastic. The Saskatchewan, you know what I mean?
Yeah, I know what you
That title, everyone loves that title, don't they? Anyway, moving on, we have Will Ospreay now, who has called out Jon Moxley, which has got the internet speculating, could they have a professional wrestling match? Maybe not as a part of AEW, but maybe as a part of some other independent wrestling show potentially taking place on WrestleMania weekend in Dallas.
Oh, that would be a huge match for WrestleMania weekend, wouldn't it?
Would be.
So Rev Pro's undisputed British heavyweight champion Will Ospreay called out Jon Moxley during the Revolution Pro Wrestling Sunday show in London. And then, during the promo, he kind of just was like, he noted that he didn't care for the reception that Moxley received when it was announced he'd be returning to New Japan. And he's just ready to take the fight to Moxley. And if that's one way of getting Moxley's attention,
Well, you would assume that him and Moxley have had a conversation before.
This is all real. He just says this, he sees it on the internet, and then he flies out to wherever it is to have the match, right?
Yeah.
That's wrestling.
Yeah, that's exactly how it works. Tell Jonathan Gresham and people like that who get upset when Anthony Ogogo tries to do stuff without asking them first.
Yeah.
I don't know how wrestling works. I don't know how wrestling works. I'm just an idiot sat here behind a table with you.
Yeah.
Anyway, some more people have been speculating this could be an AEW thing related to this upcoming Wednesday on Dynamite, because, of course, our good friend here at Cultaholic, TK, Tony Khan, tweeted out over the weekend the big announcement for Wednesday's Dynamite that we referenced on hashtag AEW Rampage, in brackets, a free agent debut, and the person walking through the forbidden door are one and the same. They're walking in the door, signing a contract, and then slamming the door shut on Wednesday on hashtag AEW Dynamite ! Now, that's signing the contract bit. That tells me it's not Will Ospreay, because he's signed elsewhere.
Yes, I don't think it's Will Ospreay. I know I saw a lot of people speculating Jeff Hardy, but I don't think his 90 days are up at that point on Wednesday. People saying, man, but let's not say it's going to be that. That's going to be interesting to see. I mean, part of me thinks that somewhere down the line we will see Ospreay in AEW, because I think he's got a lot of history with a lot of wrestlers there, a lot of beef with Kenny Omega for sure, so whether something will come of that, who knows. But Ospreay and Moxley, good matchup.
Nice clash of styles. Anything to plug coming up this week there, Andrew?
No, nothing to plug this week, I don't think. What about yourself?
Bugger all.
There we go.
I guess we should end the video then, shall we?
Yes, but yep. Thanks for watching.
Yeah, cheers. Should we just sit here awkwardly? Yep. Just look at Well, I never.